Welcome back to another episode of Barkley, Shut Up and Jam Gaiden. This should be episode 4. We are in the weird furry village. At this point, I don't know whether they're supposed to be fursuits or if they're like BoJack Horseman people. You know, animals walking around. Speaking of, that's probably the greatest show that I would not recommend people watch. Because it's gonna make you sad. And not just in a small way, but it might leave you depressed, worried about existential problems, and it brings up some deep and dark topics. And it's of course absolutely not for people who are underage, because a lot of the topics are things that young people just wouldn't understand, on top of things like, you know, drugs, alcohol, sex. But a lot of it's stuff you start to understand after you've lived for a couple decades, after you've made mistakes and done things that were stupid or wrong. Like one of the darker themes that it explores is that you might do bad things over the course of your life. You might not mean to, you might not intend to do something bad. You may have been high or drunk or under some other kind of influence that might make you think it's not exactly your fault, but it still is. And sometimes when you do those bad things, there's no taking them back. There's no undoing them. You can apologize, you can be a better person, years, decades can pass, but you'll never erase the terrible thing that you said or did or didn't do. You did something wrong or made a mistake, and sometimes they can just never be erased. And even if you can move on from it, sometimes people are never going to forgive you, and they might be right not to forgive you. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do about it. So yeah, dark stuff like that, there's quite a bit of in BoJack, but it's also extremely well written. It's got amazing characters, very good use of music. It's mostly a comedy, actually, and it's very, very funny. One of the funniest shows I've ever seen, both in their direct jokes and they do a lot of stuff in the background that's funny, like just long recurring jokes. It's a bit hard to explain if you haven't seen the show. So if you are an adult and are prepared to handle something that gets very deep and very dark, but is also very funny, then I guess I would recommend checking out BoJack. It should still be on Netflix, and I expect it will be for a long time since it was primarily a Netflix show. I've heard it might be on Comedy Central, but I'm not sure about that. I haven't watched regular television in ages. And I should get back to the story, sorry. So we're talking to Eric, who I think is this yellow snail over here. Okay, me, over here, come here quickly, I am in dire need of your assistance. Dire need? The hell do you want? Just look at her over there. Who? Who, you ask? Who? Am I some kind of owl? Is it not apparent of who I speak? Is her beauty not visible to thine eyes? Does her countenance not violently stir the dark waters of thine soul? Heh, I was just talking about something deep and dark. Coincidence? I think probably. I assume you were talking about the, well, forgive me for this, fox over that way? Not a fox per se, rather a kitsune, a fox spirit one could say, to put it simply, if somewhat inelegantly. Oh, in that case, no. I see. Then it is just I on whom she has this intoxicating effect. That sounds about right. Anyway, do you really need help? I hope for your sake you can call me over here for this. Yeah, as you may have noticed, we're still skipping swear words. I personally have zero problem with them, but YouTube does, and I expect they're going to start cracking down on it harder in the near future. So it's best to avoid problems now, because they could go back and be like, oh, you swore like, I don't know, 3 months ago, so we're deleting your video or your channel or banning you or whatever other problem. So I'm going to try not to swear on YouTube, or Twitch for that matter. But again, I personally don't have a problem with it. And I'm not sure I've talked about why I don't think swear words are even a thing, but I've already spent too much time getting off topic on this video, so some other time. Oh, yes, as you have no doubt surmised, I do indeed love this woman. J. Lindsay is her name. Yes, we've already talked to her. Unfortunately, she's aware of these feelings I hold for her. I have written her this poem, you see, and I was wondering if you gentlemen could deliver it to her. I have tried time after time, but alas, I choke each time without fail. So if you could just walk this over to her and say it's from me. Sorry, I keep stumbling over things. I would really appreciate it, sirs. Sure, I would be glad to help. Balthios, we don't have time for this. I thank you so much. Just take this over to her in return. I'll have a reward for you when you come back. It's not much. We don't have anything of particular worth here in Cesspool X. Terrible name for a town. But I have some Neo Shekels saved up. I hope that will do. We do need Neo Shekels. We appreciate your generosity, Eric. And I yours. At any rate, here is the poem. Got one poems. Are you kidding me, Balthios? We don't got time for this. It's a love letter from a snail. If I recall, even a certain man with a far thicker shell than he wrote a few love letters in his time. Fine. Let's get this over with. Hurry up. Sure, but first, are you wondering at all how the poem goes? Nope. It just fascinates me anthropologically. How exactly is a love letter between a man surgically altered to become a snail and a woman altered to become a fox written? If, Charles, I decided to say, open it, you wouldn't. I am not going to tell the snail. I wonder if it reads like he talks. Stir the deep, dark waters of your soul and all that. Just listening to him talk was bad enough. Well, here we go then. Perfect was our love. True was our passion. One touch from your beautiful hands left me feeling smashing. If you're not British, that's weird. Tough break. Your Snail friend's screwed. Charles, we need to do something. We cannot allow her to receive this letter. It's what he wrote. It's on him. Let's go. I can't do that, Charles. We are in a bit of a hurry, however, so if that's what you'd like to do, so be it. Deliver the letter. I just think it to be a bit needlessly cruel. I was thinking we could help Eric out. I do not intend to tell him we read his poem, and if we could entirely avoid the conversation regarding its quality, I think that would be for the best. I was thinking that perhaps we could rewrite his poem for him. It would not be difficult to write something better than this, but it's up to you. Let's rewrite it. Not be a jerk. Darn it. I guess we'll rewrite it. If I didn't, you just bring up some more stuff about me writing poems for Maureen, ha. Perhaps. That's good, though. First thing we should do is ask the Kitsune some questions. Find out what her interests are, her likes and dislikes. So, I mean, I guess it is like BoJack people. Except that they weren't born this way, they underwent surgery to do this to themselves. So this is a woman. I'm not sure I thought it was a woman the first time I spoke to her. 1 second. Gotta try to do a high-pitched voice. Hi, Barkley. Who's your friend there? And ask last time we talked. Oh, this is Balthios. Well, hello then, Balthios. Welcome to Cesspool X. Thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, we're new here and wanted to get to know some people in the town. maybe ask you a few questions and see what you're all about?
Sure thing. I love getting to know people.
Great. Okay then, Barkley here will ask you a few questions. And no, I don't think that women sound like that. I'm just trying to do a different voice. Also, it sounds different to me than it does to you. I can't hear myself recording this, so I hope it's not too annoying.
Bring 'em on.
Okay, let's use interests, because that would probably be the most important for a love letter. Or maybe describing yourself would have been better. Anyways.
I think I'm interested in what my friends here are interested in. Animals! I love animals so much! As you can see, I even wanted to become one! That's how much I love animals! I love petting animals and talking to animals and being nearby animals. Also, I am a kitsune.
I mean, I wouldn't say you're really that. You're just a person who altered yourself with fox DNA or some nonsense like that, but,
So I enjoy hunting animals. I do not eat them. I am a strict vegetarian. I love animals too much, but I am a foxy, and what foxys love to do is hunt. So I like to find little animals, sneak up on them, and pounce on them, and wrestle with them, and then let them go. I love animals so much I even love hunting animals. Nicely, though.
That was weird. How would you describe yourself?
What am I like? That's a tough one. Just kidding. I am like a person that likes animals. A lot. Back when I was a norm like yourself, way back before the b-ball knocked.
That is a pun on the crystal knocked. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It was a very bad time. That's probably referring to the b-ball or purge. Anyways. I mean b-ball knocked, obviously, not crystal knocked. Okay, so
it was a really nice one. I felt so bad about animals being in cages, but I just loved them so much, and it was the only place I could see them. So in retrospect, I am definitely sorry about working there, perpetuating the terrible industry of animal slavery, but I loved working there while I was working there because I love animals! I loved animals so much that I had to clean up the droppings from the cages because I was the only one there who loved animals enough to do that. So there you go. That's what I am like!
Okay. How do you like Cesspool X?
How do I like Cesspool X? The question should be, how do I love Cesspool X? And I would say a lot! I love Cesspool X because there's nobody to hurt us down here. And I like it. And I also love it because there's so many people like me down here. People like Frank and Salad and Chip. And like Eric. People that share my ideals and viewpoints and passions. But most of all, I love Cesspool X because so many people down here are really, really good friends.
Okay, that should be all. Thank you, Jay Lindsay. You've been a great help.
You're welcome! Helping is one of this kitsune's favorite things to do!
I hope that's information enough to write a halfway decent poem with. Let's retire elsewhere and compose this. That guy is... Oops, I skipped the line. I accidentally tapped A and I didn't see what it said. Oh well. But this guy here is just straight up Jabberjaw. It's an old cartoon on Cartoon Network about a talking shark. He talked like Curly from the Three Stooges. Do people know who the Three Stooges are anymore? I mean, they were super old in my time, and... oh well. Patience, Barkley. Good art takes time. I might as well show you what I have, however. Here you are. Hark! I call upon thee, Muse, to grant me thus the ability of all great bards, that is, to use your gifts in poetry. Oh, Muse, grant me words that I need to speak of such beauty as she. I am in bondage, aching to be freed by the beauty I speak of. Jay Lindsay. Honestly, Balthios, that is probably worse than left me feeling smashing. I haven't written in a while. I apologize. Don't worry. If we can just fill it with that stuff we learned she's into, she'll probably like it more than the other one. I hope so. Anyway, after this, I have a few fragments I need some help with. I have the beginning... oh, fragments of a poem. I was wondering what he was talking about, but he means poem fragments. I have the beginning of some lines, but you need to make suggestions for the ends. Data analysis complete. Huh? What do you want about Vince? I have compiled the information gathered from J. Lindsay, ready to assist in poem creation.
You actually listened to us talk about that?
Correct. Vince, can you step away for a moment? Affirmative. Barkley, I don't mean to put Vince down or anything, but
What now?
he's a robot, Barkley. I don't think he knows anything about love, so take any of his suggestions with a grain of salt.
Whatever. We'll just get this over with already.
Alright, Vince. Any suggestions you have are appreciated. Here's the first part. I ask that she envelops my fragile heart, and with her magic mends its cracks. I don't know why they spelled magic with CK. I ask that we grow old, never part, and that she... And that is where I am stuck, so tell me what you like here. Lets me protect her from attacks, caress my body to help relax with her hand, massage my back. Vince's advice. Enjoys hunting small prey. That's not bad, because it's what she said she was into, although it doesn't rhyme at all. Heart cracks apart. Either relax or attacks is probably what I'd take. All of these are terrible. Okay, I asked that we grow old, never apart, and that she lets me protect her from attacks. I asked that we grow old, never apart, and that she caresses my body to help relax. With her hands and stuff in the back, that's just not right. And enjoys hunting small prey. I asked that we grow old, never apart, and that she enjoys hunting small prey. It doesn't rhyme, but it sounds the most like something she would be into. I'll take Vince's advice. It's probably going to be wrong, but I'll take it. Yeah, and that she enjoys hunting small prey. You do remember the little talk we had earlier.
Just do it.
Okay then. Now after these first three stanzas, A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, and E, F, E, F, I will, as is fitting according to the hallowed traditions of the post-cyberpocalyptic sonnet, I conclude with two couplets of GG and HH.
I don't really give a darn about how your poetry works, but go ahead.
I'm not doing his voice right. My voice hurts and my throat hurts and my voice keeps cracking or whatever when I'm trying to do that, so it's coming out a little bit wrong. Not that it matters. Never before have I met one so fair, or who lives so freely without a care, is so fearless toward any dare, has such beautiful flaxen hair. Any of these are fine. I'd probably go with this one because it flatters her. And Vince's advice: does not mind animal feces much. You know what? We're just gonna stick with Vince's advice.
Yeah, or who does not mind animal feces much?
I think Vince does not understand the fine art of subtlety.
It's good enough for me.
Fine. Okay, finally, this is the last line. More than wonders of the world, I love her majestic, like flags unfurled. More than wonders of the world, I love her, so she should be duked or earled? That's awful. That's always awful. More than wonders of the world, I love her when she danced and twirled. That didn't make any sense. None of these are any good, so you know what? More than wonders of the world, I love her and her friends in Cesspool X. Alright.
Yeah, I love her and her friend Cesspool X.
That doesn't flow with the previous line at all, but it doesn't look like you're too enthusiastic about thinking up another line.
Got that right.
I I suppose we're finished. Are you happy with the way the poem is now? We can start over and go through the lines again if you'd like. Nah, it's fine, it is. If that's all, we should deliver this to Jay Lindsay now.
Hi, it's you again. What brings you back?
I was told to deliver this. It's a poem. It's from the Snail.
It's from Eric.
Yeah, Eric, the Snail. Read it.
This... Oh my god. It's like he knows even better than I know myself. He says I love animals, and he's right. I do love animals. And I don't mind cleaning up after them when I'm with my friends here. I can't believe this. Has he felt like this all this time? How could I have been so blind? Eric, I'm coming.
Oh, it's terrible. I mean, I know she doesn't mean that, but at least I hope not.
Eric.
Jaylen, if you're talking to her, shouldn't you use her name? Her first name that J is an initial for? Also, is this supposed to be like if SpongeBob and Gary fused into one person? Well, I used the word person vaguely. And I don't know at all what character the fox is supposed to be. Oh well.
Your poetry.
Yes, my love. 'Twas I, the author of that poem.
It was beautiful. I read it and I just felt like finally somewhere out there was someone out there who really understood me. I've gone through my whole life being misunderstood, being rejected, and here I am at last with someone who loves me and loves me for me. And Eric, when I read this, I don't know.
Enough! I have written you a poem and you've expressed your gratitude, but the time for words is now past. The present is a time for action. I have a room prepared for us at the inn. Shall we?
Oh, Eric.
You've gotta be kidding me. The Snail left without giving us a reward. If I ever see that punk again, I'll slam him so hard. You might be into that. I'm at least happy they're together. There are some rewards that aren't material, Charles. Darn animal people. Oh, Barkley. What is this? What's this? A Zauber. The Snail must have dropped as he retired to his love nest with Jay Lindsay. Yep, yellow flash. The Zauber surges with the power of snails. Got one Snail Zaubers. Balthios learned Snail Zauber. Okay, I guess that means I did it right. Wow, that's a huge upgrade. To all of his stats, that's great. Zaubers infused with power of snails. Oh, the Thunder one was said to be the source of Mystic Johnson's power. That's funny too. Okay. I guess that was worthwhile. Where is the save point? No, not reading it again. Shut up, pump. Okay. Let's see what's here. What even is this? Life. I've got what you need, man. Oh, shop. I'm too poor to buy anything. Don't touch that, chump. Okay. Wait, Barkley, we haven't met the Cyber Dwarf yet. Right, let's see what's here. Jabberjaw again. What's up? Sredney? What kind of name is that? You can say if you don't shit over the bed, Norm. We're too poor. What happens if I say yes anyways? Don't got enough Neo shekels to pay. Okay. So an inn would be useful. We probably wouldn't have wasted so many healing items if I knew that was there. Let's see, have we gotten here yet? Balthios. Barkley, this is Cyberdwarf's house. There's something I think I should tell you.
Huh? What's the problem?
The Cyberdwarf, he doesn't look normal, Barkley. Don't stare at him.
Huh? Sure, whatever. I won't stare.
Okay. We gon' stare. Cyberdwarf's house. What voice should I do for this? I'm trying to think. Maybe just always talking through gritted teeth? I'm kind of running out of voices here. I'm not good at doing them. Alright, fine.
Barkley, I've been waiting for you. Cyberdwarf.
Yeah, it's probably too similar to Barkley. Maybe I'll do high-pitched.
Yes, it is I. That is I.
Barkley.
You're looking at my face, aren't you? You're wondering why I look like I do. No, it's not that. I am not from here, Barkley. I am from another world far away. A world of dwarfs. Where are you from? I'm from space. Yeah, your face.
Barkley.
It was a fire. I was controlling my ship upon entry of this planet's atmosphere, and the fire ravaged my ship. I'll never be able to go home now, but even more, it ravaged my body. Someone found me and took me to the hospital, but it was no use. The fire had destroyed my flesh, and the hospital had no cyberdwarf skin.
Well, of course not. You're an alien.
All they had were bee-balls. They were forced to graft bee-balls to your skin. Yes, I have a flesh of bee-balls now. I am sorry, Cyberdwarf.
It's just his name is just Cyberdwarf. We're not gonna call him Steve or something. Okay.
There are more important things to be sure about, like your father's predicament, Barkley.
I mean, like, doesn't he have a name? We're just gonna... I mean, that's like calling an alien, which is what he is, apparently.
My father.
Balthios? This is Barkley, isn't it? Hoops. Oh, that's it, this voice.
Hoops, Barkley?
No, Cyberdwarf. This is Charles, Hoops' father. I thought you wanted me to bring Charles.
Damn it, Balthios, I said Hoops. Charles is not the one.
The one. Vinceborg 2050, what's happening? Nothing, Balthios. I thought I was getting back my memories, but it was nothing.
Balthios, it's great to discuss what precious little time to spare we had. We must find Hoops Barkley at once. What's happening? What are you talking about? There is no time to explain. Where is Hoops?
He's at the church. I left him with Bird.
Then we must go there at once. I will explain everything once he's in our protection, but there is no time to spare. Too much to lose if we wait any further. There is a passage to the church if we take the path to the north and left. Quickly, we must make haste. Balthios, what's happening? Is Hoops going to be okay?
I don't know, Barkley. Only time can tell.
Only time can tell.
Cyberdwarf has joined the party. Okay. Cyberdwarf, arm, rusty muscle, body, cyber tunic, bling, sweatband. Didn't I buy something for Barkley a while back? No, maybe for Vinceborg. He's already got the volleyball. Hold on, there we go. What about you? We have... You could take Marion's ring, but that'd be weird, so no. What's this back room?
This is the tomb of a bar that was lost in the purge. One Dikembe Mutombo. He was an amazing baller and a personal friend of mine. Do you mind if I pay my respects? Yes, but be quick about it.
Oh, I think those would be catacomb music. Amazing. It is completely unfathomable that a tomb of such pristine condition has evaded the notice of b-ball historians for so long. Look at the walls. They are covered in paintings of some b-ball's greatest moments. Over there, that's Wilt Chamberlain's 100 point. That's Michael Jordan winning the space. Never mind. But this must be truly one of the greatest b-ball catacombs of all time. When all of this is over, I must return to study this.
We're here to pay our respects, Barkley. Let's make it quick.
Yes. And we'll pay our respects next time. We've already gone on for half an hour. That's a good stopping point. We just added a cyber dwarf to the party. I'll pick up right from here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, which will for me probably be in a few minutes, but tomorrow. Goodbye.